Did you know that Scandinavians still use the same names as the Vikings did back in the Viking Age? Scandinavians have a rich cultural heritage that resonates with them today. One aspect of this heritage that continues to thrive is the use of old traditional names that was also popular in the Viking Age. It was not unusual in the Viking Age if you were a boy to be named after the deity Thor, like Thorsten, Thorkil, Torben, Toge, Thorleif, Torbjörn, and so on. There is many, and it was not unusual either to be named after an animal like Ulf meaning wolf, Björn meaning bear, and Orm meaning worm. A name could also be attributed a special characteristic, like Frida meaning peace and Astrid meaning beautiful and loved. A name would give you some kind of protection in your life or a meaning. It was tradition back then to give your children your father or grandfather's name so that the spirit could move on to the new person and be reincarnated into the newest member of the family. And so that the name would not die, it would move on. This has been going on for thousands of years till this day. You still see parents giving their children the name of their father and grandfather, and you still see the use of Viking Age names today. I've made a list with names that comes from the Viking Age that we still use today. I will start with the boys' names and then I will take girls' names afterwards. We start with Erik, that means ruler. Then we take Knud, that in this Viking series, I've not watched it, but I've seen clips, then he's called Knut, I think. But Knud, that means not. Then we have Leif, that I also heard many call Leif. Many Americans call him Leif, but it's called Leif, and that means descendant. Then we have Rune, which means secret, and that of course is rune in English, but Rune, that means secret. Then we have Troels, that means Thor's arrow. Then we have Gorm, that means he who honors gods. Then we have Frode, that means wise and clever. Then we have Bo, that means resident. Then we have Reiner, which many say Ragnar or Ragnar. That is two words combined, meaning gods and warriors. Then we have Björn, which means bear. Then we have Torbjörn, meaning Thor and bear. Then we have Torben, which is short form of Torbjörn, meaning Thor and bear. Then we have Arne, which means eagle. Then we have Ivar or Ingvar, that means Ing's warrior. Ing was a fertility god. Then we have Halfdan, that means half Dane. Then we have Olaf, that means ancestors descendant. Then we have Harald, meaning army and ruler. Then we have Kåre, which means with curly hair. Then we have Sten, that means stone. Then we have Sune, which means son. Then we have Sven, and that means free man that is in a service of another. Then we have Torsten, which is two words combined, Thor and Sten. Thor is the deity Thor, of course, and Sten means stone. And then we have Ulf, that means wolf. There is plenty more, but this is just so you could get a picture. And now let's do the girl names. And with the girl's name we start with Astrid or Estrid, that means loved by the gods. Then we have Bodil, which means improvement and fight. Then we have Frida, which means beautiful and peace. Then we have Gertrud, that means spear and power. Then we have Gro, that means to grow or to heal. Then we have Hilda, which means combative or to fight. Then we have Gudrun, which means God and runes. Then we have Gunhild, which means the same. Gun and Hild both means fight in different ways. Then we have Helga, which means the blessed or holy. Then we have Inga or Inge, which is named after the fertility god. Then we have Liv, which means life. Then we have Randi, that means shield. And then we have Sine, that means the one who wins. Then we have Cyril, that means victorious beauty. Then we have Sif, that means related and kinship or wife and bride. Then we have Tora, that comes from the name Thor. Then we have Tove, which is composed of the deity Thor, and then peace or loved. This was just some of the names. Some of them we use more often and some of them is a little more rare. I'm from Denmark, so maybe we use them a little more in Denmark, some of them, but I think many of them is also used in Sweden and Norway. Variants, of course. Many of these names, there are like 5 different ways of the same name. So, but yes, I will, of course, encourage everyone with that are Scandinavians and Europeans, of course, to use your ancestors' names. It's beautiful and it's part of the tradition, and we should keep that alive, of course. Use the names of your forebears. So, but you can write down in the comments if I forgot some names, and then I will see you in the next video.